Hey everybody, Kelly Sue with Cleopatra Art Studios, and today we're going to be painting our Believe. Where the heck is my, hold on just a second, right off the bat. I need to find my paper, here it is. Oh, no, it's in front of me, but it's on fancy paper so I can't see it. So we're going to be painting Believe, super cute. I'm going to be giving you some options today. What if you don't want to use all paint? What if you're looking for more of a folky or farmhousey type result? Let's talk about how to get that. Okay, so I'm here. I want to make sure I turn myself down so I don't have to hear it all. There you go. My hair. What's going on with the hair today? Okay, so real quick, it's really beautiful. Most of you guys know that the snow we painted a couple weeks ago, very popular snow. This is Believe, one of the other options. More words. They're still 18 inches though, so that's why there's a little difference in the sizing. And that's just because our boxes are 18. We just don't we try really hard not to go above it. So hey, happy Friday, y'all. Friday. Still waiting for lunch / breakfast. Been one thing after another from my Friday. I'm trying to get it all done. But I was like, I've been trying to record this since Tuesday, then Wednesday, then Thursday. Day late and $1 short. You guys, so a lot of you are going to be watching the replay. Some of you are sneaking a peek from your desk. If that's you, just raise your hand. Want to know what you're doing today. I left that behind. Okay, so right away you're going to say, what the heck are these things? These are little stands that help them stand. So you end up, it's going to be glued on, and then this is just a wedge stand. I don't know how to get you to see that. So, and that's from my snow. So I do recommend the tape trick, which I brought that in, and I put that down. I put my paint plate on top of it. This is Scattered Hungry Kelly Sue today. I get a little, like my ADHD gets really crazy when I'm hungry. I'm not sure why. I love the little Rudolph nose for the V. The E's have 2 different fonts. Oh, that's super sweet. The tree, L, a star. So those of you that have painted more than once, you'll probably want to arrange in order of color, like what you'll be painting them. This makes it a little easier. But if you're brand new, just do it that way. These are all separate. And then let me tell you this right now. This is backwards, and it's because the machine, and I feel like I'm like zoomed in. I'll slide this way. The machine cuts top down, but just know that it's not backwards. It's meant to be this way, but they want your back to be finished. So you're gonna just set this aside. All done. B, E, L. So I before E, except after the tree is the I. E, V, E. Okay. Stay in school, kids, right? Oh my gosh. So this will end up being a resource for those of you that want a little extra guidance. And so we'll download it, have it on our YouTube channel. All right, I'm gonna put the pie stands aside. So I just want to point out, well, when I did my snow, I painted every piece. Each piece was painted. But I wanted to give you some options. Please know that if you order a paint kit, we're not sending you the options, we're sending you the paints that we used. So you can do the buffalo plaid with paint if you want to. I, however, I'm not ashamed to admit it, raise your hand, I stink at buffalo plaid. I just can't seem to get my stuff together to figure that out. Okay, so what I have instead are some lovely pieces of paper that I got down at Michael's. Some were $1, some were $2. There's a front and a back. front and the back. This one is very metallic-y. I'll probably steer clear of that. And then one's blue. I'm not going to use the blue today because that was for something else. But I think the holly or mistletoe, whatever we're calling that, and the stripes are darling. I don't know, I may. There's a little red in there. So I just wanted to give you some options so you could paint each piece and give it a little love and then paint the believe and stick it together, or you can do a little bit of paper trick. And I'll show it to you if you want. So I'm gonna need a Mod Podge matte. You're not gonna want gloss. If you have a small iron, that helps you a little bit. It's a craft iron. You don't have to do the paper. I'm just giving you options. You, of course, can just paint and be crazy. What I love about these is they're so sweet. I can't wait to get to that snowman hat or Santa hat. I'm probably gonna call things wrong a lot today. Sponges are recommended. It helps you get things done relatively quickly. I have a reusable sponge set here. Martha Stewart, get back to me. I want to buy these. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. The first one, I'm just going to pull out a red. I do like Tuscan red, and I do want a little black off to the side. I may throw some gold in there. Remember, I'm not going to paper everything because I want people to know that they can paint this. You don't have to go get special craft supplies. You can paint. You can, if you have stencils, you can stencil. If not, you can splatter, add snow, add the horizontal lines. Me and Buffalo Clad, we don't get along. Giddy up, let's giddy up on this. Okay, so I'm just gonna take my red. First coat is going to be almost pink, it's just the way it is, because that brown is showing through. But just know that it's going to go quickly. Paint your sides if you want, but I am going to distress my sides with black. Who doesn't love distressing? Okay, I'm going to hit my Santa hat because I know it's going to be red. And I love to paint, but I am always busy. I don't know about you, maybe you're busy too. And so it is nice to have a couple shortcuts. I'm going to do the Rudolph nose, and then this one, correct? This one is a reddish one too. So, okay, so I'm going to use the paper on this E, and maybe the tall one. Okay, there you go. So when you're done with that first coat, they're almost ready to be coated again, you know what I mean? And I'm looking a little shabby today, sorry guys. Had a paint party last night, had the baby this morning, so did a lot of my computer work. And I have to go out to the shop and package up all your orders. Ta-da! So I was like, I don't think I'm gonna get pretty today. Hey Cindy, how you doing? It's so great to have you on. Super excited. Another thing we're working on, because there's so many new people. We were very regional, and all of a sudden, just like you, Cindy, probably all of a sudden we just kind of went. So we have that assumption that you watch our videos and have been watching for years. And that's some of you are telling us that that's not true. So we're doing a whole bunch of intro videos that we'll put on YouTube, basically what paints we use, what glues we use, some time savers, some little tricks that the rest of you already know because you've been watching for a while. Because I am here, because we're not sending step-by-step directions, but if you just go to our YouTube channel, you can get a lot of that information. So hey Dana. Gosh, Dana, I got your box, and I got to send it to you. I know. So if you have any questions that you want us to address on these YouTube videos, can you let me know? Like, besides what kind of paint we need, what kind of glue we use, paint brushes, sponges, things like that, how I get a certain effect. If there's something you've been burning to know, just go ahead and type your question here, and we'll make a little short video, pop it on YouTube, because most likely there's probably 50 other people that have that same question, but they didn't want to really ask. So yeah, sorry about the hair today. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, Dana, I got it. It doesn't normally take me this long to get things out. It's just been kind of crazy. Okay, leave. So that's all the red I need. You can give it as many coats as you want till you're satisfied, but you don't really have to sit here and watch me paint it. So I'm gonna just go ahead and give it one coat. So the E, I'm gonna go ahead and do a real subtle one on here. I really love the one I'm calling subtle is this, help me out here, this holly one. So that's the one I'm calling subtle. So I'm going to use the holly paper. Remember, you can use paint. You don't have to do this crafty version. You can keep it artsy all you want. Wow, my glasses are, I don't know if you can see how dirty those glasses are. But they are. So basically I don't need a very big piece. You can trim it out to match, and I probably have an X-Acto knife, though Lord knows, I'm not flipping you off, but I just cut myself all the time. No, I don't know you enough to flip you off. Oh my gosh, cracks me up. Okay, so I just need a little piece of that. I just go down to Michael's, I find some paper I like. I don't really want to spend $2 or $3 or $5 per piece of paper, and it's nice and thin. You know what's huge right now is doing this same technique with heirloom napkins. And I do have some friends that have heirloom napkin memberships where they'll send you some every month, and I could get that information for you. That's just really, really popular right now. Okay, so let me show you how this works. I'm gonna take myself a little Mod Podge. This one is not open. So great, I'm gonna have, okay, by the way, John is coming in from grocery shopping. He's probably gonna get the dogs all riled, and it's too cold for them to be outside. They will be turds. Okay, here we go. So it's Mod Podge, it's matte. Please don't get the gloss, it doesn't work as well. Just grab a paintbrush. Some people love to do multiple coats. You can let it air dry or use your heat gun to step it up. So I don't, right away, I don't put my paper on that. Number one, because it can get really wrinkly. Maybe you like a wrinkly E. Okay, I'm just gonna heat gun it real quick, and I'm gonna show you how quick this works. Really, I unplugged it. Welcome to Friday. Okay, so, yep, there they go. Sabrina will probably put them outside for me. She's good about that. Just gonna blow dry it super quick. Let me know if you have big plans for the weekend. Last time I did this, I got a comment like, I'm not going out and getting all those artsy crafty supplies, and I'm like, don't, just paint it. It'll be beautiful. But some of you are looking for more like a farmhouse look. And I'm saying you can personalize these any way you want. So you could do a second coat if you want. Someone's having trouble with their discount code. This is coming across. So I'm doing a second coat just so it has extra like ability. Gosh, that cracks me up. Send 200 stars to see your comment here. Please know I didn't ask them to write that. I wonder, I might have to get in there. And hey, if you're the person putting those pornographic photos that are disgusting on my Facebook page, can you stop it? I caught this last one myself, but I got a comment from one of my ladies I love. I felt so bad. And she's like, Kelly Sue, somebody stuck this here. So, you know, every now and then it's like somebody has to be a complete jerk and ruin it for everybody. Are we plugged in? No. I unplugged it, so I had the heat gun. Oh, now I unplugged the light. Good grief. There we go. I know what I can unplug. I'm not charging my iPad right now. Okay, so these are $16 to $25, either, or even $35 at Michael's. Amazon, Walmart, they're cheap. I can never figure out how to get it on. Okay, come on, baby. I heard you go. You're plugged in. I'm not selling it, am I? Okay, we might come back to you. All right. I wonder if I have a flat iron. I wonder if that would work. I'm plugged in. I'm plugged in. I have dropped it a time or two. Seriously? Oh, there it goes. Oh, but now it's off. One. Come on, you. Work on it. Work with me. You're going to be like, I don't want that one. I just don't think I have the timing right. There we go. You got to have the quick fingers, okay? So that's going to take no time at all to warm up, and it's going to be really pretty. And I think I'm going to do either a red letter. I really love this paper. It's simple but beautiful. And if you're nauseated, just paint it, okay? It's okay. Anyway, you don't have to go out and get all these supplies. I do want maybe grab some sandpaper if you want. So, note to self, don't be rubbing it. Just kind of move it around. And the reason why is these are etched. So the etching will come through a little bit. And then, I'll show you real quick. So it's sticking down, it's heating up the glue. It's sticking it down, and you don't have to worry about the wrinkles. Now, this is not my technique, full disclosure. Somebody else that was amazing did it somewhere along the line, and I saw it. I want to do the edges because it makes it easy for me to rip it off. And it's got a little handle there, or a little carrying case. So I'm just going to use my sanding block. It takes the extra paper off, so I don't have to cut it real exact, you know. You guys are so quiet today. You guys must be sneaking a peek at work. I know. I try to do the lunch hour. I wish I had lunch. And then the baby was here. Said he wanted to work a little bit, make a little cash for the weekend. All right. So this is how it's going to look. So this is the E. Got a little bit there. Okay, so this is the first E. It's a fancy E. This is what it's going to look like. I'm going to paint the E. I could go really dark green. What do you think? I'm thinking, yeah, maybe a really, really deep green mixed with silver, because you guys know I'm a freak like that. You gotta have a little silver. Put my paper to the side. It's just gonna give you an option. I got some black. Where's my green? Where's my silver? And I'm just using shimmery silver from Deco Art, and this is just Craft Smart Verde, or hold on, grass green, vert green. Oh my gosh, grass green. And I want, of course, I want some shimmer to that. Love it. This is where the magic's happening. If you're like, good God, girl, get to it. I'm getting to it right now. Okay. Getting to it right now. It's so distracting when the messages come across the top. Let's go a little bit more green, less silver. There you go. You can use a paintbrush or you can use a sponge. To me, it looks like velvet suede almost. Paint your sides, don't paint your sides. It's very personal. Hello, Shelly. Hello. So Shelly, we were just talking about, we have so many new people that are getting our products, which, woohoo! How exciting is that? But a lot of them don't know, you know, haven't been watching us from the beginning, so they don't know like the basic essentials. So what are some quick videos that you would suggest that we would make for people? Because you'd probably be really good at asking this question. So yes, I'm thinking what kind of paints we use, how to mix colors, which, because it's not actually a normal process when you're dealing with craft paint. Paintbrushes we use, sponge techniques. What are some questions you think would be helpful for everybody that's brand new? Okay, so let me show you what this looks like. It may be a little too matchy-match for some of you, but I think that I can come around the edge of either the E or the holly paper and just kind of distress it a bit, because distressing is huge right now. It's back in. Maybe it never left. I don't know. Maybe it didn't. So I'm going to take some, and distressing would be a good one too. Take some paint, wet it down just a little bit. I'm going to distress the paper. So I took the black, I wetted it down, or wet it down, I should say. Just kind of distress the edges. You can do it with a Q-tip, a sponge, an angle brush. In this case, a brush I'm knowing it's not going to make it. This one is not going to make the cut. I think I can do the edge in gold. Hello, hello. Okay. My plate's gonna be a mess by the time I'm done. It's like, we should call it Hot Mess Friday. Come paint with us, Hot Mess Friday. By Friday, I'm kind of burnt. Just a lot of time in the workshop, a lot of paint parties, which I love. Okay, just watering it down, and let me see what I get. I don't want to pull out yellow. If it's pulling yellow, which it is a little bit, I might do this with silver instead. You know what? I have another gold. Gold comes in so many different. You know, those are surprisingly similar. So surprisingly similar. Oh, actually, it's better because it's fluid acrylic, so the pigment is just stronger. So I'm just pulling out some areas you can consider being kissed by the sun. All right, now let's see what we have. Ta-da. Okay, so that would be the E. The B, I was thinking you could easily take a rake brush, which is like this. It's a rake brush, a fan brush, just a paint brush, and then come in and just do some hashtags, dry brushed hashtags. I don't like you. And if I hate it, man, I'll just paint over it. Nope, I gotta tell you, I don't hate it. Okay, so I'm gonna come down from the other direction once or twice. And then you can decide if you wanna go the other way. You know, kind of make it like the hashtag, the plaid. I like this though. Very simple. Okay, my B is just gonna be cream. I make my own cream here, and if it's too not bright enough for me, what I'll do is just pull out buttermilk, or I have light mocha. Come on, you. Boom. And I'm loving it. So I'm gonna just take my sponge, dip in it, take off the extra. You know, what would be really pretty is if you mixed white with gold also to get that nice look. It'd be kind of kind of a metallic. Something tells me I need to get my glitter ready. So this one was really easy. I think it came out stunning. Really easy and stunning. I'm just gonna set that aside. Those rake brushes are easy peasy. I was thinking about doing the back side of water. Actually, I'm very nervous to do diagonal. I feel like you have to have it lined up just right. Right? But I do have some candy stripes. And my only question is if I have paper next to paper, will my other pieces feel left out? Because I think they might. So let me do it to the tree. I'm gonna do it to the tree. Okay, so same thing, you're just gonna use a little piece. I'm gonna line it up though. A little piece of paper. I'm gonna just cut around it. So obviously if you're getting enough kits to do a paint party with your ladies, you guys could all share 2 pieces of paper if this was something you were interested in doing. Remember, you do not have to do the paper at all. Little DNA there. I kind of love that foil, but I don't think it's gonna work. Okay. So this is not white paint, it is a matte Mod Podge, matte. So honestly, I did not have to paint this red, did I? Because, okay, let's grab something else. I've already painted that red. Okay, I don't want to use this on here because I have a Rudolph's nose. So let's use it on the paper on the other E because obviously it matches up. I may look at my book. I have some other green plaids in my book. Oh no, you're not done. You are not done working for me. So it has one of those Insto time offs, and it decided that I was not working. Oh, we're working. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, I'm only gonna, my paintbrush is really coated, so I'm only gonna give it 1 coat. Good grief. You are unplugged. I'm going to put you back in. You can just let it dry naturally, or you can just hit it with your dryer. If you're just showing up, we're doing our Believe. We're doing it, some of the elements with the paper trick. You don't have to do it. I don't know how many times I have to say it. I always have somebody, maybe this is you, who doesn't listen and they're like, Kelly Sue, I don't want to have to go buy all these crafty things. Well, why not? Number 1, you'll get into it. So to me, this is what I've noticed. I had my art studio for 13 years and it was art. It was like no crafty, but things are circling back to crafty. You can still do art. And if you're coming into Claypatcha with a lot of art experience, it's okay. Take a project, blow it out of the water, add more highlights, add more low lights or shading. So all I'm doing is I am applying, okay, Lula. Hey, Sabrina, can you do something with her? Okay. B-E-L-I-E-V-E. Okay. So this is my last E, and it's a little bit, oh no. Okay, I put mine totally in a different order, and that's okay. It's okay, people. Let me get my E. I was thinking about making them kind of like black. Sabrina, will you kick her outside, please? Hey, good luck. Bring pizza. Sometimes dogs have to be motivated. Lula is truly motivated. I could have done another green. That would have been really pretty, but I'm just going classic black. Thinking Santa's belt. You can get this done really quick with a sponge. All right. So I'm looking and my edges need a little love, either, well, probably on the paper. And so what happens when you do this distressing around the edge is it grounds your area and it just shows better. The composition is just better. So I'm just gonna go around the edges. Dark silver would be great, or now I could add silver over top of the black. I didn't even water down my black like I did last time because I felt like I had enough. There's enough there. Okay. So it's grounded a little bit. Really helps. A dark brown would be good. And I can do the silver now. So real quick, I'll show you what that looks like. He needs a little love. I think you're probably gonna have to kick her outside, sis. She's a puppy whisperer. Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna hit this. Ew! Hit the edges. This paintbrush is destroyed. Save that for something else. I'm gonna come in. I'm gonna water down a little bit. I can come in and fix all that. I like the silver. It really makes it look antique-y. I'm not worried too much that I have gold somewhere else, but I have silver here. I know the rules. I just choose to break them. All right. So let me show you what that looks like now. Ta-da! Okay, so I feel like these are too high. You can't really see them. And we're just working our way through. All right, so real quick. So paper. Don't have to be super matchy-matchy. I was gonna look at my green plaids and see if I had a green one. Okay, that's a little, whew. No. Oh, that teal baby is gorgeous. That's not too bad. That orange is throwing me off just a little bit. That red is beautiful. Yep. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. And this is my book from Recollections. This paper is a little heavier. It's single-sided. You're definitely going to need 2 coats of glue, the Mod Podge glue. Arts and Craftsy. Okay, so I was going to do the tree because I feel like the tree would be gorgeous with this background. Is that what we decided on? 1, 2, 3, 4. I do. I think it'll be really, really pretty. Okay, so let's just measure this out in a very non-scientific way. Cut it up. I'm okay. I'm gonna let it lay where it lays. It's okay. Boom. Don't need very much. So basically most of mine is painted. I think there are 7 letters. So the way this works is because they're 18 inches all across the board, the more letters they have, the smaller they'll be. Still really beautiful. I'm gonna have to do it 2 times because this paper is heavier. Lift it up, put it back down. Just using a heat gun, you can let it dry all by itself and go get a mommy margarita, come back and get ready to hit it again. You honestly can just put your paper down on the wet surface, but it wrinkles It really does. And some beautiful woman who's very smart and not me came up with this design, this technique. You probably see her all over Pinterest somewhere. I'm seriously, I don't know who it is. All right, so it's mostly dry. I'm gonna fudge it a little bit. So I'm just gonna line up, and you're gonna need some heat. Oh, did I cut it too short? Wow, that's okay. I'm gonna distress my sides. I'm not rubbing because there is engraving or etching underneath that will come through. Plus it kind of like self-cleans the iron and deposit it, reposit it on. Let me see what's going on. The moose have been everywhere. Hey, Lula. There we go. Lula, come on. All right, so I'm just going to use a sanding block or sanding paper to stress the edges. I kind of like how that looks on the paper. Like, I'm not going to come in with paint. Where's my cheat sheet paper? Okay, so a green tree, but I'm going to go a little bit lighter. In fact, I'm going to just reuse my green that I made for the E. I had some black in there. There we go. Just reuse it for the tree. So it's a little bit shimmery. There we go. This is just begging for glitter, I think. You can paint your trunk brown. You can make it all one color. It's up to you. It's begging for glitter. Just begging you. Okay, brown. My brown may be too bright, so I'm going to put a dot of black in it. Test it out. Cute. It's cute. We're going to keep it. It's super cute. Gonna do something with the star. I'm thinking I've got this gold here. I don't really want to waste it, but just keep in mind that gold is very see-through. So I might have to add a second, third coat or even glitter. And it's just paint, glue, display. It's pretty easy. Now I think it's begging me to do something with the edges on the tree, so you can flock them. What the flock? I know, right? I'm just gonna use some regular artist white. This is Liquitex, it's titanium white. Zinc is really for ghost, okay? Like, let's think of it like that. And I'm gonna just come in and heavily drip this on the edges. If I can find a paintbrush. Hello. You can use heavy body acrylics if you wanted to. I'm just bouncing it on the edges. There you go. Kind of chunky dunking it. So you can just do the outline like that, or you can decide to do some little, ew, that's pretty rough. That's a little rough. You know what I mean? It's looking okay. It's looking like, a Christmas. That looks cute, right? It's a little different. It's a little pedestrian, but that's okay. Let's see how it looks all together. And then what I'll do is I'll glitter the star. I kind of want to see what it looks like. Hold on a second. There we go. That's looking good. And so you're just making your way down the Believe. Cute. So I know this is going to be paint. This is going to be, I love that so, so much. I wish I had one more plaid, but that's okay. I can make a plaid, right? Here we go. So this one is the one. I'm going to paint it the green. That I'm going to keep that theme going of similar colors of red, of green, of black. So just keep a theme, keep it simple. You don't want every color palette in the world, unless you're Jody. Jody does a really good job of colorful stuff. Jody from last night. Jody. You ladies just kill me with your brilliance. You're so crafty. Oh, hey, thanks, Dana. You're always so encouraging. Love to have you in the groups. You're in the inner group, girl. So encouraging. My project sample shows the V, which holds Rudolph's nose, as being kind of raw sienna, which, okay, I'm gonna put this out there. The kids in the art studio would call baby poop. That's kind of the color. Yellow it is, so like a non-metallic gold. And I'm just thinking, hey y'all, if we're going non-metallic gold, why don't we go metallic gold? So if that's the case, the raw sienna makes a really, really good base coat. Okay, so that's simple. I feel the need to mess it up a little bit. You can do just lines, you can do swirls, you can do dots. Don't worry, I don't have floor yet. We'll get to it. We'll get to it one of these days where we're not so crazy busy. Okay, but it's not going to be over fourth quarter. I am definitely going to make glitter for my nose. Glitter. Yeah. Okay, so here it is. Here's the color. It makes a great base coat, but it's kind of like, what's it have to do with Christmas, you guys? So I'm going to use it as a base coat, and then we're going to put gold over top. I'm not going to do glitter gold, because I'm going to glitter up. Oh, here's my angle brush. I love you. We're going to glitter up Rudolph's nose. So if it's too thin or transparent, I could add some white or gray to it. It is not. It's doing great. You are doing great. See, it's kind of shockingly bright. You know what I mean? Bright and drab. It's like multi-purpose. It's bright and drab. Let me go ahead and use my Liquitex gold because it is just a little bit brighter. And if you had some money, like 10 bucks, you could order the Sargent's gold. Make sure they don't send you Aztec gold because it's from Amazon. I do like that one. Let me just try this real quick. This is my breakfast and lunch. Been busy today. Full disclosure, I made soup at Toscana, but we didn't have any potatoes. This is this giant mess in the pan right now. I just love the shimmer. So I'm very interested in this juxtaposition, we'll go with that, of this shimmery, and it's not quite silver, and the metallic gold that we're hoping to display. Okay, maybe it's just over hot. It doesn't love me. This is my filbert brush from Michaels. And I know I say all the time, don't use your best paintbrushes to paint wood, but I don't listen. I keep telling you guys, I know the rules, so I know I can break what I want to break. And I'm a rebel. Who else here is a rebel? Give me a little heart. So it's going to need another coat, definitely. I know you're thinking, wow, that's almost the same color. Thanks for the heart. It's almost the same color as that raw sienna. Yes, I hear ya. It's very similar, but that was coat one. I know I'll have to do a second coat, but wow, that's drying. Let's go ahead and create some glitter glue. So real quick, I had Sydney's help today, so she moved a couple things around, which isn't a bad thing. Okay, so you're gonna want a really fine glitter. This one came from Amazon, but I typically use Michael's Recollection, and it's just that last year they were completely out. Hello, I have a little cup. They were, that's not it. I hate when I grab for something, but then I grab the wrong thing. Happens shopping all the time. I think I know what I'm getting. I look away, I grab, and I come home and I'm like, oh, I got something spicy. Shoot, I hate when that happens. Hey, Susan. Susan's getting crafty. Okay, so that's my yellow. I'm just using, what color is this? It's ultra fine. It says red. Red. It's ultra fine red. And it just makes things nice and shiny, glittery and Christmassy. Definitely. I like to have a nice round paintbrush to apply it, so this is going to be the star of the show. If yours is too thick like that, just a dot or two of water, and you're ready to go. Please keep in mind that the glue extends drying time. So what do I mean by that? It takes longer to dry. So give yourself time, or if this was on a piece of blue tape, you could go to the hairdryer. Right now, I would just be courting disaster because this piece would go flying. Okay, I don't know, can you guys see how shiny that is? Ooh. And it's gonna go right there. Man, that is very contrasty. That's okay. You guys, you're just getting a general idea of what I'm doing. Okay, dupe. Going back in with the gold. It dries really quick. And I don't want to do glitter nose on glitter, like gold glitter, you know what I mean? That's just too much. I get asked all the time, like, is it wrong that I want to glitter this, this? And I'm like, well, no, I love it too. However, your eye has to have a place to land. If everything was glittery, your eye would skirt across it and you wouldn't be able to enjoy your efforts as much. But if it had just one or two elements that were glittered up and done really well, well, let me tell you, you would be good to go. You know what I think? I think I should do the edges real quick in black. I'm just gonna do it with my finger, so this gives you another option of what to do. I like it because it like skips a little bit. So now you have a sponge, a paintbrush, a Q-tip, and the finger. I personally prefer the finger because it gets a little stuttered. Can you guys see that? It's a little stuttered instead of being perfect. Not perfectly perfect. And then, you know what else you can do? Let it dry and do the same thing with a little silver or gold, whatever you're going for. Okay. The V's looking good. We got the VE. We got the B, we got the E, we got the tree, we got the V, we got the E. Okay, I feel like a cheerleader. Give me a B, B, B. I was not the big surprise here, y'all. Was not the cheerleader type. I was the type that didn't show up very often type. But I loved college. I don't know what it was about high school. I just didn't love it as much. All right. Okay, so stripes. So I could do the candy canes here, but I feel like I have enough paper represented, and really what I should do is it wrong of me to want to do black? I kind of want to do black and wipe it off and see what I get. Just stay here with me for a minute and we'll check it out. Okay, so black. So I was thinking wipe it off or apply with the wet wipe, which is already slightly damp. If yours is not damp, it's just a towel. Dampen it up just a little bit. Okay, so I'm done. I'm going in. I don't know. I was thinking it would be distressed enough. And to me, it just looks like a hot mess and doesn't look like it goes at all. So let me go a little heavier. Oop. Going in a little heavier. I'm just going to paint it with a paper towel. So what is a brush? A brush is a vehicle to get the paint from the plate to whatever it is you're painting. You can use countless objects to do this. You don't always have to use a brush or a sponge. Bounty towels, shop towels, paper towels, Q-tips. Find what works for you. I tend to love larger things like towels instead of paintbrushes, because a lot of times I feel like I don't have as much control over a paintbrush. And so if, I say that and then I goober it up. If you've tried painting in the past, you don't like how things look with your paintbrush, maybe use a different vehicle to get your paint to where you want it. So, whatever that was just shook my house. Okay, I'm just gonna go in and paint that one more time. Okay, so I do have, there we go, you're so cute. Okay. So then my question is, yep, my hat will show really well because it's got a cream brim, and then the L was gonna be cream. And so to get it to not be super contrasty, I was thinking about coming in and doing some lines or swirls or dots. We can do some dots. If we hate it, it's okay. We can erase them. So let's go in and let's do some like cluster dots with the cream, because I feel like the white would just be too much. Or we can call these snowflakes, whatever you want to call them. Okay, snowflakes shouldn't be cream. Maybe take your snowflakes back to cream. Oh my gosh. Okay. So you know what? Let's do this. Let's do a spray. So your white needs to be a little bit fluid. And then we can do some Dippin' Dots. So let's do that. So I have some fluid acrylic right here. You don't have to use that, it's expensive. You can just use white that's been watered down just a little bit. Oop, you can kind of see I'm already kind of doing it. Oh my gosh, so much fun. I'm very tactily, okay, you know what I did? I just pushed myself out of having a cream color L, I think. I'm gonna have to put some thought into that now. I'm very tactily engaged by things that, instead of using a paintbrush, doing a little splatter art, that kind of thing. Okay, so that works for me. I find it very gratifying. Where did this star come from? Oh, you know what, the star is for the tree, but I don't think I need it. I'm not making my star 3D. Use yours if you want. Maybe you don't have one, I don't know. Maybe he just gave it to me because he was thinking I was special. Okay, and then we got an E. Okay, so see how this just kind of comes together really quickly? I don't even think I've been painting for 45 minutes. Okay, so the brim is, oh, where's my dot? maybe it's right there. I thought maybe you didn't get one. Everyone gets a dot. You get a dot and you get a dot. Okay. It's the little puff ball. So I'm gonna paint it, boom. And then I'm gonna come in and make it really fluffy. This, all right. You guys do better than me. I know you'll do better than me. Okay. And since I have, so you would want to do your red a couple times because it is on a brown background, and so what happens is it gets very much, that light comes through, it looks pink, but instead I'm gonna hit it with my red glitter. I don't need to do where the brim is or that fluffy ball. And I do like to let my glitter dry naturally, because if I use the heat gun, then I get wrinkles and puckers that are brought on by, you know, too much heat too fast. Okay, let me just put this together. Oh my gosh, I love you so much. You are the best part of this project right there. Best part of the project. Now I need to make my cuff kind of fluffy. Definitely do that. I think I can get away with the cream. But the cream is a little bit different than the white. Let's just do white. We're doing white. You can antique the Santa hat, add a little cream to it, and then you can get away with the cream, you know? So sometimes, okay, no, not sometimes. All the time, your paintings evolve from what you imagined at the beginning to what you actually end up with. And sometimes it's best to just kind of sit on your pieces for a little bit to see if you want any more. And that can be hard to do at a paint party, but if you're taking the kids to go, it's not hard. So I think a lot of times we get stuck in that place of, well, this isn't happening like I originally thought. And it's okay. When I used to teach the kids, all the time, I told them to imagine Claude Monet, and he painted giant panels of the irises and the water lilies, but he looked like Santa Claus. He has this full-on beard, a full-on belly. He's up on a ladder. If you don't think he didn't make some mistakes, he's painting really thick. If he didn't like brush up against it and make a boo-boo and that turned into an opportunity to do something else, then you know, you're in error, because even the greats, their paintings evolved as they started down the path. And a lot of times your art will just tell you what it wants to be. So your job is not to control it all, but to kind of listen to that voice. Like, yeah, I'm not loving the white. I want the antique cream. And that's fine too. That's so bright. I might have to antique it. The easiest way to antique it, and that means I'm going to antique that, I'm going to antique that. The best way to antique it is either use the cream that you already have or mix some white with a little gold. As long as you're not going too dark cream. So I'm mixing my white with my cream, and I think that that's fine. So now, I don't know if you can see this, it's not as bright. We dulled it down a little bit. That would be kind of cool. Give it a little texture. Boop, 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 boop. See, it's telling me what it wants to be. Okay. I'm gonna put that in place. All right, it's in place. Put that back. Yes, it's a little messy. I'm gonna put this in place. And then all we have left is the E. And we just motored through. We used some paper trick. If you want to, let me clean up my hands. They're a work of art all on its own. Really appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. I know it's almost the weekend. And I know we all have our honey-do list, but make sure you get a little time for yourself and that you're painting or whatever your creative outlet is. Okay, so where's my phone? So this says cream 2. That seems so pedestrian. So what I'm gonna do, because I have the black, you know, you really should paint this one more time, lady. Do it. Do it. Get a new paintbrush. Okay. So the red is a little see-through-y. Ooh, you know what would be nice? Thoughts. I like to just, when I'm painting live, I like to give you guys options. You know that. Some options. Yeah, this is the winner chicken dinner on this coat. It's giving full coverage. If your red's too bright, add a little dot of brown. Make a little cranberry. All right, I'm not gonna need that anymore. Okay, so I have my bright brush. It's very much like a, it's very much like a fan brush. It's basically just missing, it's wispy. You can do some wisps. My question is the black gonna be too much? Okay. Come on, lady. Grow a pair and just do it. Okay, so I'm actually just gonna bring it in from the side. Did you like that? Did you like that pep talk I just gave myself? Just do it. It's just paint. If you don't like it, you know, you could just get rid of it. So just another way to do some distressing on the edges. Makes it a little furry looking. You guys see that? A little distressing. Gonna make that cream. That should be good enough. You can come in, I'm seeing some dots, or maybe some dots in our future here. All right, so the cream is back here. Your job is not to let me forget to clean that paintbrush, or the sponge. Okay, so if this goes on here, I'm thinking I would like to do some gold dots. Or some like green and gold, like almost like clusters of holly. Let's check it out. If it doesn't work out the way I'm thinking, it's okay. I'm just going to the green I have already. You might want a toothpick for this because we're talking, it's pretty small. So I'm going to take a toothpick and I'm just going to snap off the end. And let's see what we get. If I hate it, I'll wipe it off and I'll repaint. Boom, boom, boom. So I'm going to do 3 together. You guys, it's so cute. I just love it. So your brain loves clusters of odd numbers. Just remember where you're going to be gluing that E. It's etched. This is so much fun. Do, 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 do. So I mixed my green with black and silver because my green was really pretty bright. Right there, I'll be sad if I don't put anything right there. Okay. Whew. I'm not going to even put any distressing around. You guys, look how stinking cute this is. Oh, I missed some of my E. That's okay. Can you guys see that? It's so stinking cute. I didn't need no stinking paper. That's terrible English. I didn't need no paper. I didn't need any. Okay. Give me another try. I did not need paper. All my teacher friends are sitting there in their break group just shaking their heads. We do a lot of teachers. Okay, so these are all really cool. They're ready to be glued. We're ready to be putting them on this. Let's just assemble it together. Remember, it's gonna look amazing, and it's a great resource for anybody that doesn't really understand how these go or put together. So we'll download this, upload it to our YouTube channel. That turned nice on the black background. Oh, this one, Susan, the L turned out. I tried to squint. I was squinting at the camera instead of looking over here. Yes, Susan, I'm really happy with that too. I may come back and do some distressing to the L just to get it to pop a little bit more, but I think I want to sit on it for a little bit before I decide. Okay, so glue. You guys can use this glue, though it takes a little, the Titebond red, orangey red, but it does take a little bit of time. You can use, do I not have anything here? You can use the wood super glue from the Dollar Tree, which is what I'm probably going to use today. Or my favorite, I don't have a box of it because I had a paint party last night, is the Titebond Quick and Thick with the teal label. That's personally my favorite. But the Dollar Tree one will be fantastic because it grips really quickly, and we're talking it's a pretty big background. So it comes like this. You have to snip it. $1.25. But if you're in the same town as me, I kind of take them all. I also have to order them 30 at a time if I order them. So I go in at an angle. I'm having a paint party, one for every 3 or 4 people. And I have to say that this time of year because there's so many of ya that are grabbing, oh my gosh, the gingerbread houses. You ladies have grabbed so many at one time. You know, so obviously some of you guys are having paint parties. Woohoo. Okay. So don't overglue. That's overgluing. So what I like to do is, this is the paper towel. Paper towel or wet wipe, hold it flat, fold it flat, take off a little of the extra, put it in place, and oh my gosh, this stuff grips so quickly. Like it's ready. It's not quite super glue. It calls itself super wood glue, and that's a great term for it because it's right between that adhesive property is very quick, almost as quick as super glue without making your fingers miserable, but slower than or faster than the wood glue. So it's a little slow compared to super glue. And if I would have had breakfast or lunch, you guys would understand what I'm saying. Okay, so what you can do is you can, overglue. You can take your toothpick or an old toothbrush or paintbrush you know you don't want and get in there, but you don't have to hit every surface. Okay, there we go. I really, really love this holly paper. It's very, what's the word? Well, farmhousey without being Victorian, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. So that's ready to go. That's ready to go. Come with me if you want to live. My cute little Santa hat. So cute. So you could just brush this onto. You don't have to apply it with the squeeze bottle if you didn't want to. So what I mean by that is squeeze some on a plate and then just brush it where you need it, which is what I definitely like to use for a tiered tray. There you go. So I think I could just do it this way, picking up the extra, putting it on my Santa hat. A lot of you guys ask, and I really mean that, that's not like a ploy, how do I get my work so shiny? Sometimes it's just the paint I'm using, maybe the lights of the studio. A lot of times, if if it's a door hanger, I like to seal it. So I do like to use some of our sprays. Try to keep the bottles around. This one's empty. Oh, it's downstairs. Polyacrylic, but it's not super shiny. So if I want stuff shiny, I will use the Krylon brand, but it's not the workative fixative. It's the triple thick. Jeez, lady, pull yourself together. See, I need John here. He laughs at me so much I have to do it. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. Lining it up. I'm gonna come back. Okay, so do you see how it's sliding? No. Okay, it's sliding. Whoop, it's too much glue. So I'm gonna take some of that off. That's the glide effect. If yours is gliding, you have too much glue. This is 3 high, I love it. Oop. I hope it's gonna glide a little bit. Okay, I did not have it lined up perfectly. Okay, man, you are adorable. Too much glue. Remember, you can do this all with paint. You don't have to do the paper technique. Oh my gosh, I love you. B-E-L-I. This one came out fantastic. I know can you guys see that? It's just darling. This actually is probably enough glue. It's darling. I may distress the E a little bit so he pops just a little bit more. I'm listening to everybody in the kitchen, wondering what they should do with that soup I started, but we didn't have potatoes. Gosh, how are you out of potatoes? Fell asleep on the couch last night, woke up to the moose eating right outside the window. It had one of those weird 1980s, don't judge me, I just haven't gotten around to change it, sheer curtains, you know what I mean? And I just saw the moose just going to town right there, and then the dogs got going, so thanks, dogs. Okay, I'm gonna go in with a toothpick. Almost got it together. If you're watching the replay, you might want to stick around, see what we do with this bad boy. Okay. So what's represented? We have some gold. We do have some silver, because I'm okay with mixing. What is she saying? What you saying? It is super cute. Thanks. Hey, girl. Why? I got popped off. Oh, you know why? Because somebody called me. I have to paint this every time I do a live. It's so funny. All right. Okay. So here we go. That's the back. This is what you're going to be gluing down. You're going to be basically lining all these up. Let's just do it. I don't always have the opportunity to glue with y'all. I'm doing it today. Okay. That's just too much. Too much. Basket. I think that's enough. Okay. If not, it'll tell me. How will it tell me? It won't lay flat. Okay, so keep in mind, this is a piece of wood. It's thin, so it can be bowy. What you can do is, after you get everything in place, put a cookie sheet down and a couple bottles of wine or vodka, or if you're not a drinker, water bottles. I think you get it. You're just going to weigh it down. So I did not use enough. I almost feel like I was talking you up. I was telling everybody how great you were, and almost like I got an inferior container. It's normally a lot speedier than that. There you go. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. Okay, the E, right? It's this one. So, on my sample, it shows that it goes this type of E. There's two different types of E's, but I'm doing it this way. And by the way, that drove John nuts, having two different types of E's. He's like, there's two different types of E's. I'm like, it's cute. It's cute like that. Let's see, I might have a glide. That was a lot. It makes the Santa hat be 4 layers in spots. Oop. Just a little bit. I'd rather it be lined at the top than at the bottom. You know what I mean? My computer just went off, so hopefully I'm still recording. Okay. I before E, people. The tree is the I, which I think is genius. Patrick, your genius is showing. I might put some dots on that. Okay. Hold on. Let me line that up. I may want to end with this one. Okay, I'm still spinning. I'm looking for this way. Okay, I could do it that way, but then I feel like it's a little bit not grounded at the end. Is that too much black next to each other? So what do you think? 1 or 2? I could go either way. I'm trying to see what it looks like on the computer, but it's spinning. I must have got kicked off. It's spinning, I'm currently offline. You think? Okay. 1 or 2. This is 2. This is 1. 2. This is 2. Wait, is that right? White on the end or red on the end? Okay, because I think I mixed it. Oops, no, number 1. Oh, shoot, no. Okay, so how about this, Dana? Red on the end or white on the end? That was all my fault. Okay, that was on me. Oh my gosh. Eat, people. Don't paint with low blood sugar. It's, you know. Okay, that's so funny. Okay. Crazy. I agree. I think the red on either end grounds that whole look. Okay. I know, both of us. Like 1 or 2. Wait, no, I mean 2 or 1. That's why I love you guys. I was telling somebody last night, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm losing my hair. And I was like, I'm going to show up on my recordings with a wig. And then I went, actually, my people wouldn't care if I showed up with, you know, like shaving my head, because you guys are so cool. You guys really are. You'd be like making jokes with me. Okay. This isn't gripping as fast as it normally does, but it's still pretty fantastic. Okay, hold on. I'm going to wait for it to grip. Because I want to show you how to use the stands. Why, SpongeBob? Sometimes when you have too much, and I just could possibly have too much glue. Yep, I think it's too much. It's gliding. Come on. You gotta find that certain amount. Come on, you. Come on, E. Team player. You're my favorite E. I'm gonna hold it up, show you what we end up with. It's kind of cute, guys, right? The paper's really cute. The only thing I'm not sure about is, I don't think I would spray this with the paper. Pretty sure I wouldn't. Okay, so I'm gonna flip it over. We're gonna talk about, I don't know if those are gonna stay. You might need a little bit more time. We're going to talk about the stands. Okay, the stands are U-shaped, and there is a design here on either side, and this is where they go. Man, I'm kind of disappointed in your glue today. Your gluing ability is a little bit subpar. I talked you up. Okay, you're gonna just kind of glue that. They don't have to match exactly. That's how they work. And then the pie pieces. You're welcome to glue them in, but I think storage is going to be a real bummer. So, and you want to kind of line it up close to the bottom. Doesn't have to be right there. It doesn't have to fit in exactly. And sometimes when John does some resizing, you know, they don't. Okay. So the glue dots are these pieces. So these pieces, okay, so those weren't ready. So disappointing. Okay, so those are ready. And so I like to take glue dots, put them on the end, and then stick them in, and they work to be a little stand. And then you can take them out. Oh, I wish you guys could smell that. Smell-o-vision, John's cooking. Then you could take them and put them away flat for the season. Easy peasy. So I'm gonna give this 20 minutes while I feed my face to, how cute. I hope you like it. That's our Believe. Now you don't have to paint yours, create it like mine at all. I didn't use my star. I probably should have, but I didn't. So happy Friday. If you can think of some things, some YouTube videos you need us to record to make it a little easier for new people to catch up, that would be helpful. Just send me a message. We'll talk. Have a good week, and bye-bye.